Music Therapy Laz here. It is Music Therapy Thursday live stream with Roxy in the box. Roxy in the box. Come out, Roxy. Thanks for joining, people. I have Roxy in the box here because she's in her egg-laying mood. Let me bend down and say hello. Music Therapy Laz here, saying hello on a Thursday. This is my Thursday live stream that I do. Music Therapy Thursdays with Roxy, my little Amazonian Pacific parrotlet. Can you hear her screeching? Oh, my fan is blowing away over here on the. Oh, you guys see that? My fan is blowing away here on my laptop. Believe it or not, guys, this laptop's like 10 freaking years old. I need to get some to put this down on. So I'm gonna wait till people filter in. Let's see who's the first. I see somebody here. Dude, is that the bearded blues dude? Or as I accidentally called you once, bearded breastfed dude. What's up, man? I think the lights are too bright over here. Hold on. I can never get the lighting right. Is that better? I don't know. That's worse. I'm going to turn that one on and this one off. I think I need to do something to diffuse the lighting from up above because it's just like my head looks like a globe. Anyway, I'm going baldy today. Full on baldy because got Rox in the box here. Hey, Jack the Rabbit, Mr. BHBR Jr. Hey, everybody's hopping in. That's cool. Hey, you guys, check this out. Roxy's in the box here because guess what she's doing? She's going to screech. I don't know if that's going to even show anything. I have to block the rest of the light. You can't see anything in there, right? Hold on, let me get a flashlight. This will be funny. Hang on a second. By the way, having one of these camping headlight things is really great to have when you're roadieing for yourself, like I usually do, right? It's got the red light and the white light, and it's LED, so the battery lasts forever. And if you're in need of a quick fix on your pedal board or whatever when you're at a little jam or whatever, you can stick this on your head and look down there real quick, and you might look a little goofy for a minute if anyone's paying attention, but you can then cover things up. Ladini Wagner's in the chat. Oh my God. I'm going to be very, very, very rattled throughout the entire show. Anyway, let's see if I use the red light on her. Can you guys see? She's in nesting mode right now. She wants to lay another egg, dang it, and I think we're finding out that this is going to be problematic over time. So I'm not working at Chio because I don't expect it's not going to be out of the box. Sorry about the noise, the crackling noise there that happens. I'm still using the laptop and the laptop camera. So who else is in here? I want to say hi to everyone. So Bearded Blues Dude, Danny Wagner, my better half, Jack the Rabbit. You can write more messages, honey. Let's see. Oh, little Roxy. Yeah, she's so cute. She's Rox in a box. Roxy in a boxy. So we're gonna actually do an unboxing too, by the way, you guys. So I've had this for a while now, but I haven't plugged it in or used it yet because I haven't really had an amp where I felt I needed to go direct in with it cranked and all, you know. So I don't know if you know what that is. But that is a Two Notes Captor, the Torpedo Captor. So you need this to attenuate your amplifier so you can then go into something like that. The Two Notes Cap. Yeah, and I have the old versions. I know. If I had the newer versions, I might not need both these things. But I have the older versions, which is fine, you know. Buy them used and save some money. But it's been a while that I've had these. I've actually had this one for probably a couple years maybe, and when it came out, pretty much not too long after it came out, and then the Torpedo Captor right after that too. And then I also have some other things to show off. So I've got one of these. I've talked about this before, but I don't know if any of you guys have been catching Mason's latest videos, Vertex Effects, right? The Rig Doctor. Hold on. I got something. I can be the rig doctor too. Hold on. This is funny. This will be worth the wait. Might as well be in full rig doctor regalia. If I'm going to be building a pedal board, right? The rig doctor. Yes, I have to have like a. Well, I need to put a pin in here. Oh, I know. You have to have the accoutrement of a rig doctor, right? So some kind of pedal part, pencil in case you need to make notes, capo. Gotta have the capo right there, right? Because if you guys have followed any of Mason's recent videos, he's been putting up a bunch of free, really valuable information. Oh, and by the way, this is way cool, you guys. So this is made by a company that makes this little device that they're called, well, I don't know if the company's called Wingman. Option Knob Inc. So option, like you need an option, option 1, option 2. Option Knob Incorporated. I saw them at NAMM last year. And they make this thing called the Wingman, which is glow in the dark, right? And you stick it on your pedal knob, like let's find a knob. That's easy to pop off. Oh yeah, the Vericon. Well, maybe not the Vericon. All right, so let's say you have like this Soul Vibe rotary thingy, right? And you want to change the speed of the rotary. See the speed knob right there? First off, you can use one of these to remove the knob. Get it on a solid surface here. So this is that ESP tool. So you get it up under there like that. See that? And then you can just wedge it nice and cleanly off. So they have a couple little adapters that come with this as well. And basically this fits over that. So yeah, obviously it needs an adapter for this one. It's not that size. Probably this size. Yeah, this size. So it fits that size. Stick this puppy on there, right? And then if you have your pedal snugly fit to your board, right, you can actually turn the speed thing with your foot, with your toes, right? And because it's got an angle upward like that, you can use the top of your foot, right, to turn that. So you can then adjust the speed of your rotary sound on the fly. Rig doctor in action. All right, I'll be Dr. Laz, Dr. Laszlo. I remember one time I worked for a food merchandising company, believe it or not, way back when I was like 18. And what happened is they just thought my name was funny, and they thought I sounded like a doctor. And they do those late night stocking things as well. So originally I was doing like sales, kind of like going out to the various supermarkets and checking the aisles and making sure that the products are placed properly, and then talking to the manager about, hey, these aren't being placed properly, I need to make adjustments to how they're placed, and blah, blah, blah. Hey, Wayne, I'm glad you're up, man. I actually did this 4 o'clock time just so I can get, you know, some of the late night crew people, and like my good buddy Phil Mosley, who's still around. He's just got a really good idea, a good plan on how he's going to handle what he's going to do online. So I've been Patreon chatting with him a little bit lately. But yeah, he's got some good ideas that he's going to put forth. So what else should I put in my pocket protector thing? Yeah, maybe a tripod. That's what every YouTuber needs, right? One of these little telephone holding tripod thingies. This is a really good one, by the way. It's God, I need to get glasses. It's God, I do need glasses. Okay, that'll even make me look more like a doctor, right? Dr. Laszlo. I will check your temperatures. I'll check your ohm readings. So even as a remote that slides off, the lighting doesn't help, right? Uzone. So YOOZON. I got it through Amazon or eBay. before I did last year's NAMM. This is like a little clicker for, you know, your phone to take snapshots. So if your video is actually running and you have it running like at a distance, you can actually do snapshots with it that way. So do I look more official now with the glasses and all? Yeah. My wife's probably going, what the heck kind of show is this? She already left. I'm just gonna go watch the pandemic news. Let me open this window a little bit. Maybe I can get even light on my face. It's how's that? Is that too bright? No, it's actually good. Even it out a bit. So I'm drinking my coffee through my favorite. Look at the resemblance. Bald dude with glasses, right? I swear to God, I'm going to talk heading into growing a goatee just while I visit him one year. I've got them gloves too. I do have examination gloves. Should wear those while I'm tinkering. So this is what I wanted to do, you guys. You know, let me see what you guys are saying. So who else is in here? Say hi to you all. So Wayne, you're here. Yeah, it's like 7 of you here. That's awesome. Jack the Rabbit's here, of course. So Rob, dude, I'm missing you, man. I'm missing you. Bro crush or whatever they call it. Yeah, I look like a real doctor, right? I should get like a Music Therapy Laz logo right there. So I've been coming up with ideas for logos and stuff like that. I think what I'm going to do is have like a kind of a guitar thing with a doctor kind of looking, kind of psychology kind of look thing with Roxy on the headstock, kind of Woodstock style, you know, like the Woodstock piece kind of thing. Bruce is here indeed. Yeah. So yeah, but I you know, it's only so much time, and now I've got one of these damn things, which is really taking a lot of my time up lately. Going through them stinking batches that you have to go through, all them batches. Wow, it's bright. Looks like I'm being irradiated by something. Yeah, I think the outdoor light's a little much. Hold on. How's that? Maybe that way let some light in, but it's not blaring right in on me, right? Yeah, that's a little better. So Dwight Bailey, how are you? So I know where some of you are from, but I don't know where all of you are from. It'd be really cool to know where are all of you from. So where are you from, Ladani Wagner? Just kidding. The living room. No kidding. Yeah, so get one of these tools, you guys, if you this is a Phil McKnight recommendation, and I've actually heard of other people that have actually taken this to a grinder and ground it down thinner, which makes a lot of sense because this is a good, 3 mils thick, and that might be it's a bit much to get up under some things. So if you were able to take the front lip on one of these ends down, because it's basically the same thing on both sides, right? So if you take that down on one side, you have a thin side and a thick side. That way you can get up under some of them knobs easier and lift up on. Somebody asked me how did I replace the knobs on my HX Stomp here. And I use this tool, to get up under the original knobs and pop them up. And because it has that wedge thing, pops them up evenly. You can be careful about how you do that. Another way I've seen people do it is, use a knife or some wedgy kind of tool like this upholstery tool. I have this from my brother Andrew, so I use that to make those kinds of things, like that thing behind me, the Soundtrap thing. The guitar hanger, the Soundtrap design guitar hanger, or STDs musicians want. Figure that one out, Dr. Drew. Anyway, so I have one of these one spots. So this is the True Tone one spot CS12. You can plug 12, different pedals into it, and it's actually even better than that in the sense that, I'm going to take the glare down on my screen a bit. It's actually better than that too, because after watching the Rig Dr. Mason go over, I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name correctly because I forget it. You can actually do more than 12 because he shows a way that you can split some of these these various outputs. So, for example, there are 2 milliamp outputs right here, power outputs that are 500 each, and you can create or even buy off Sweetwater. I looked them up and I put them on my anytime I look up something that I think I might need in the future, and if I don't want to forget it, I'll go to Sweetwater on my phone or whatever and just put it into my my wish list. And that way I always have some of these things that I might otherwise forget about in my wish list. So why I have that, of course, is because if you guys have seen the typical my typical pedal board, or I'd call it my pedal bag setup, it's this down here. I don't know if you can see that very well. So it's kind of organized to a degree because I have everything, you know, set up nicely, and I have it wired up, you know, nicely, but it's still, stuff moves around on it, even though I have the 3M mushroom style, you know, heavy duty special kind of, I might as well grab that stuff and show you that too. Where is it? Yeah, so there's this special pedal board tape. Actually, that pedal show guys call it pedal board tape, and it has these like mushroom like grippers, right? And it works fantastic to grip your pedals onto your board. So you can have the normal type of soft, like this kind of soft Velcro material. You can have that soft side, I mean, the poofy side, or whatever you want to call it, on the bag or on the board, right? And then let's see if I have one that has. No. Oh, I know. Yeah. Okay. So I have it on the plumes. So this is the Earthquaker Devices awesome OD and distortion, and actually works really nice as a boost too, and it can get fairly fuzzy. So it's weird how this pedal works. It's a phenomenal value at $100, guys. If you want a pedal that can do a lot, this is one of those that has a lot of versatility. It's rear plugs, which is fantastic. I love that. But the light is so bright that somebody told me that the best advice is to put a piece of painter's tape over that, like blue or green or whatever, and then it won't like blind you, because that's a laser beam of a light there. Soft touch too. So for a $100 pedal, are you kidding me? Insanely good. So bottom line is, you put that mushroom style pedal tape stuff on your pedal, and you do it what I call the that pedal show or Dan's method, which is you do it in this triangle method. And the reason being is that when you have it on your board, right, this holds it. Trust me, this holds it like it will not come off, because that's the grips like a son of a gun. But because it's at that triangle, you know, you lift it up from the front like this, pulling it, you know, like that, and it lifts up easy. You try to pull it off like that, good luck. A lot of people put too much of this tape on their pedals, and you can't get it off, and it ends up peeling off their pedals and stuff. But you do it at this angle like that with this triangle thing, and you lift it up like that, and you can get it off. It's still, you have to grab it, but it still comes off, right? So isn't that useful bit of info? I tried to share that with Mason's chat or in their comments yesterday. Okay, I'm going to take this thing off because it's too silly. Anyway, so yeah, I got this. Believe it or not, I did study and am still studying. Not really actively studying right now. I'm reading some books on the side, you know, but was studying psychology, so I went back to school, and I back to community college anyway, and I had to take anatomy, so I had to have one of these for anatomy, because you're dealing with these cadavers and stuff, and you don't want any of that on you. You don't want any cadaver juice on you. Anyway, so yeah, but I've watched that several times since. Dude, if you haven't heard the Plumes pedal by Earthquaker Devices, Wayne, just buy it. You don't need to listen to it. It'll work with anything, and it sounds fantastic. I mean, there's a lot of other reviewers out there, but if you want to hear it, I'll plug it in right now. So I do have everything hooked up. I have the AC30 hot. It's actually on right right now. That's how quiet it is since they fixed it, and there's not a single sound. Do you hear anything? You hear the laptop frickin' buzzing away over here. But yeah, it's on, and volume's hot on the guitar, and there's not a peep. What V guitar do you have? That is the Richie Faulkner Epiphone series, the special edition. I'll bring it closer. I'll even plug that in if you want. So of course I had to get the lightning bolt thing because of that lightning strike song that he, helped co-write with the dude. So, and this thing's a kick-ass guitar. So it has that nice soft heel, satin neck. I don't know if you can see how the neck is versus the gloss of the body. See the glossy body, but the neck is satin, right? The Epiphone little marker there, serial number. It's got the Judas Priest sign or whatever you want to call that. It's got a 3-ply binding, right? Really nice perloid blocks with the binding, and it's aged as well. So the binding is aged, so it looks kick-ass. On the body, the binding is also 3-ply or whatever you want to call that. 3 lines of. If you see that clearly. And then, yeah, it's got the black chrome cover finished EMGs. And these are those retroactives. So the retroactive EMGs that even Richie was like, wow, really nice. And then it's got a 1000 or a 1200, I can't remember. It's a stainless steel, it's a serious bridge, so it's not a crappy Floyd. I don't know if it's a German Floyd, but he uses this Floyd on this guitar on stage. And of course, you only need one volume knob with a guitar like this. You don't need tone knobs. Because it's just basically one tone you want out of this. But believe it or not, you can dial that volume back. And these are not your typical active EMGs. These things are not as hot as that. They have a pretty warm sound. And in that neck position, you dial that down a little bit, it sounds phenomenal. Yeah, so it's a bitchin' guitar. So I'll play it if you want. Yeah, so those are pretty much most of the guitars I have. I have some in the closet, hiding in the closet. So this is what I was talking about in the very beginning, if you guys hadn't joined in at that time. I was going to do a Roxy helps me do an unboxing. What happened, Roxy? Roxy, you okay? Oh, she's doing a little, wow. She's making this she looks like a little dinosaur in heat. Making this face. She's like angry Roxy. Yeah, I think that's because she's being Mama Roxy right now. She's going to be wanting to squeeze out a little egg anytime. She was doing a little egg making song. It's like this really interesting chirp. I should play it back for you guys if you can find it on my phone. But anyway, so I've had this for a while. And I got this because I got a deal on it, and I wanted to get an attenuator that I can use with heads going through this. Even though I don't even have a single head yet, I'm going to buy some amp heads. And this is the 2 Notes Captor, and this is the bigger one. So, the newer one, the Cab M or whatever, it's the modern, newer version. It's got more features, I think, than this does. I'm not even sure. All I know is that, when I bought this is all they had, right? So this is outside of the studio and the other reload one or whatever they call it. I didn't want to get a studio rack style one. I wanted one that I can put on a pedal board. So that was another idea for today, which was to do a pedal build. And here's what I wanted to put it all together in. So, it's bigger than it looks. So this is one of these Gator ones. So it comes in this really pretty hefty bag. Gator, right? We got these feet, and it's pretty. It's got like a hard plastic kind of, bottom and top. The sides are soft, but yeah, the idea is to mount the CS12 to the bottom here somehow. So it's got this other kind of mount thing for pedal train kind of. What's not? I think this came with this to mount it to like a pedal train with a couple other things, but it wasn't working. So I figured out that I can actually set this up to where that kind of wedges it like that, and then I put some Velcro on the bottom of the CS12 here, and some Velcro there, or even just some zip ties. And if I set it up just right, let's see if I have to flip it this way. Yeah, if I set it up just right, and see, I can just get the, you can see that. Yeah, I can just get the power cable. Yeah, there we go. You can just get the power cable in there. The rest of the buttons and things I don't really necessarily need to be able to access. Actually, that's all I need to access, yeah. Right there, the red button is basically to switch it from European or US voltage. So it's on 115 right now. So that's the plan. Get that set up in there, and then I might actually make another ramp or two out of some aluminum or something for here, so I can do some other pedals underneath here that are small, like on the back end here where there's still some space, and do some other pedals there that I would never adjust, right? And then there's also some things like this that I might want to put in that line. So I got this. This is one of the other things outside of the HS. I keep wanting to say HX stomp. Ugh. I also won this. Is it backwards? Yeah, upside down. So this is that buzz breaker by Idea Bench. So that if you run into like a wet dry rig setup and you have, you know, attenuation, or not attenuation, impedance differences from one amp to the other with your signal, and that can cause sometimes some, you know, ground loop issues. This'll kick that in the butt. That's what that's for. So that might actually come in handy, because what I'm planning to do in the future, ooh, I'm gonna take that out of there before I drop it, is set up a wet dry rig and a stereo rig, and one that I can switch those rigs with this guy. So this is a Switchblade Pro, which is Electro Harmonics. Basically allows you to do a variety of, like, say, pedal looping. So let's say you want to have a setup where you have an A and a B, right? You can do A-B amp setup here too, or you can run both at the same time. You can blend them with this thing, so you can have them blended together the way you want them. But what's also nice is you can even set up like a simple version compared to some other like pedal switching systems like the Gig Rig and others like that, right? Roland makes that the Boss. There's two. There's the whatever 5 and the whatever 8. The ones that do pedal switching, right? And there's a number of other ones that are out there that are reasonable in cost, but this is $100. So with this, you can even set up certain pedals to go through it, so that you can have things set up so that you've got your you know, by a switch all your modulations through that one particular, like, patch, whatever you want to call it, one sound. They call them blocks on the HX Stomp, right? You can have everything set up so that, let's say, 3-4 different pedals are going on at one time at one foot switches push of a button, right? So you don't have to push like tap dance around, shoegaze tap dance thing. I always thought that shoegaze term was funny, because I thought it was about gays that like shoes. I'm not being. I have members of the gay community that are friends of mine, and in my family as well. So I don't make fun of anyone in that regard whatsoever. I'm happy for them and glad that they have more freedom now versus when people used to beat them up and stuff, which is really not nice. Very uncool how people treated other people that were different. But anyway, Yeah, but I always kind of laugh when people talk about shoegaze music because I always think about it's people that like shoes that are gay, like really nice shoes. Anyway, so yeah, off the subject. Sorry, silly tangent. So the Switchblade Pro is one of several switchers. Mason was talking about some other kinds of splitter boxes, and like there are some other kinds of boxes like the Lele that do really the split P. I think that does something similar, but maybe that does a little bit more in the way it controls or affects the sound, so you don't have the loss of sound. So the only thing I don't really have is like a dedicated buffer. So I might get the Bonafide, or I might get something made in the U.S. I might try to find something made in the U.S. right now. Um, but the bottom line, yeah, just to support U.S. manufacturing at this horrible time. So, but yeah, the bottom line is when I have this all set up, I can run into these variety of amps, and I've chosen my amps carefully, by the way. The only thing I don't really have here is like some Marshall stuff. Even though you can get this Black Star, that one with the red light there, to a nice little Marshall thing. I've got the Vox there for the Vox thing. I've got the AC. I've got the JC90 for the jangly 80s style, which I love, 80s style clean tone. And that's got a set of 10-inch speakers in it. And then yeah, and if the idea is I can mic these ones and run them through the processor, um, and then I'm looking to get some heads. So I'm going to create a little section here that goes over these amps, right? And then set up a bunch of like small variety of size of heads, maybe like anywhere from the 15 amp to 50 amp variety. I could get the 100-watt variety even with this attenuator, so it'll handle that. But why? Why? I mean, maybe there's a difference between a 50 and 100-watt in headroom and what you might really get out of it going into the captor, into IRs and whatnot. I don't know what you guys' opinion on that is, but yeah, tell me what you think. So, okay, do it. Plug that MF in, brother. Okay, the V. All right, I'll do it. Is that what you want to hear? So yeah, and if you guys want, I can put the for whatever reason I'm not seeing like an updated stream. So I'm gonna I mean not updated stream. I don't see the live chat, which is weird. So I'm gonna go ahead and write something so you guys tag me. Plug in the P. All right, and on the board, by the way, I have the Dirty Little Secret, which is a Marshall sounding type pedal, right? I've got the D&M Stealth Drive by Keeley. I've got the Vermin Rat Style pedal by LPD. My Deluxe 68 Deluxe, we all know Jack the Rabbit has it. I'm hoping you're having some fun with that, if at all. And the Arena TC Electronics Hall of Fame Arena special version of the Hall of Fame made through Guitar Center, I believe. Reverb, the Supro fuzz pedal, and I got the Pitchfork and the Freak Out and the Alter Ego for delay hooked up there, and then I can just patch in whatever. I've got some other stuff over here. The Chorus, MXR Chorus pedal, the Helix phaser. That's the Trio. That's the Cock Blocker, which I don't need. The Double Decker, I don't need. Yeah, I might want to mess around with this. The Tremor. And then I've got the Freeze pedal too. This is a cool pedal, you guys. All right. So yeah, ideally, running everything through this is going to be a better way. Isolated power, right? And then what else do I got here? So I'll hook the plumes up. Let me go ahead and put this on standby. And I'll plug this puppy in here somewhere. Let's see. Grab some cables. But by the way, I don't know if you've tried these before, but I do have these supposedly Mogami world's best cables, and supposedly these are the Mogamis, and it even says that on there. Mogami, right? And they were pretty inexpensive, but lately I've been loving these things. Look at the difference in size, right? And these are these ribbon style. These are the EBS Pros out of Sweden, and look at the difference in how much space they take up, right? So you can imagine when you have, you know, something like this, or any patch bay type of setup pedal thingy, you know, these things are going to fit closer together a lot easier than, say, a couple of these, right? I mean, you could get those two next to each other on there like this, but they're super close. They just barely just don't touch, right? But anyway, these ribbon style are a lot more pliable. And I know Mason talked about, like, well, he doesn't like the sound of this or that. And, you know, that guy's dealing with serious rigs that are dealing with long, you know, leads or, you know, instrument cables that are, but this is so flexible, right? It totally gets out of your way when you want it to. They come in a variety of sizes. Like this little littler one, 4-inch. So let me plug in the plumes for you guys, and I'll plug the V in. All right. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in right after the Super Fuzz. So I'm doubting I'm going to run. Where do I have this routed? Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going from the Super Fuzz into the plumes. Just got to get some power to it, which I have an abundance of here through daisy chaining, unfortunately. It's probably not the right way to do it, but hopefully we can handle this. Ooh, the laser beam. It took out my face light up. I don't know, maybe it didn't. But this this laser beam of light over here. Anyway, let me put this back up on the wall. Maybe I'll just switch. Kind of goes with the purple, right? And this sitting in my room. There we go. Perfect. Tell me if that's too loud, guys. Something's broken. Yeah, this is the way you're supposed to play these, right on your knee. Ooh, this thing's way out of tune. That's the bad thing about a Floyd, right? All right, let me tune this up quick. I have the it's down to B. I don't have the nut lock right now. Right, close enough. Not really. Yep, this is the thing with a Floyd, right? Got green lights all the way across. So. Anyway, let me turn this reverb off. Now we're just. That's probably really loud. Turn it down a bit. All right. When I hit that plumes, man. One nice thing about this CC2 AC30 is that it has the master volume. All right. Where's that level at? Right now. So that's the plumes. Grab a pick. Give it a little more in the bass. Take down the gain a bit. Already out of tune, It almost sounds like a fuzz characteristic too, right? So here's my clean tone again. Compared to the dirty little secret. Back to the plumes. So it's got this really clear, bright characteristic to it that I really like. Go back to the dirty little secret. I don't know the song. I mean, I know the song, but I don't know the song. I don't know how to play the song. So, what else are you guys writing over here? Yeah, they are supposed to always be in tune, Bearded Blues, dude. You have like a real guitarist playing. How about the Vermin? The Vermin is a way cool pedal. You guys probably don't hear much of a difference, right? Because YouTube. But dude, R2R3, thank you for joining. Are you in here? Hello, R2R3. Where are you? Don't you have a wrench, R2? Gotta be easy to find. Yeah, I think the level of my amp is clipping the mic. Yeah, I know. And it's like, let me turn it down a bit. I mean, if I turn it down much more, it's like so low. I think it's because the laptop's closer to the amp now too in this position here. So what's up, R2? Dude, I thought I gave you a wrench. What happened to your wrench, man? Anyway, that's the Vermin, but they're not really perfectly dialed in right now, obviously. So the V, this is the bridge humbucker in like basically on 10, going through the AC30 with the. Let me turn that reverb off. You dial the volume back a little bit, and it takes a little bit off, right? That's the neck. You got both positions, right? Sounds good together, too. And then here's the D&M drive in mix boost mode. Ooh, it's pretty hot. Let's take that down a bit. So, without that boost, with the boost, and a little more volume. Okay, get it about unity. And then this is the dance side. You can tweak forever on these pedals. And then with the boost on top. Really, it just clips. Way too loud, right? Anyway, endless fun. What else are you guys writing here? Dude, or 2 or 3. So the Captor, it's still in the box. So, excuse me. Yeah, the idea is to have this set up on this pedal board. Because this is not the, I'm not really planning on having this pedal board as like a go out pedal board per se. Made in the good old US of A according to that sticker. Right? This is the Gator. Comes with a really nice bag, which I'll probably use just to keep dust off of it, right? Fits perfectly in there, and it's got a, we'll see if I take it out. But the idea is to, and I might make like a separate kind of like some kind of a pedal board thing in the studio here. So let me open the Captor then. Let's unbox it. Roxy, you want to come unbox? Take the guitar off. So part of the idea today is to do a Roxy unboxing, but she's egg laying, people. She is herself in a box right now. Let's see. So yeah, R2, check it out. Right? And like I was telling the other guys, I was watching some of Mason's, the Rig Dr. Mason Vertex Effects, talk about a variety of ways to use, redo your cabling so you can have, different kinds of cables set up different kinds of ways for different needs. And then I have this Switchblade Pro that I'm going to use to switch between amps and even blend 2 amps in one, do like a wet dry thing. I'm going to use this that I won on the 12 Days of Rockness from Eric Broadbent and his Music Gear Network. Check it out, Music Gear Network. So this is basically a buzz breaker. Basically, it's meant to keep your pedals, or not just your pedals, your amps, from causing hum when there's different, impedance levels between your guitar and pedal line going into the various different amps that can cause like ground loop hum and stuff. And what else? And then of course some of you know I have this that I don't have plugged in. I don't have the power plugged into it right now, but I could. But we're getting close to 5 o'clock already, so time's almost up. So let's unbox. All right, Roxy, you have to come out of the box too. She's right in here, guys. Here, let me grab. Where did I put that? Got this camping light headlight thing that has a red light on it, so you guys can see her in here. There's Roxy. Poor Roxy. What am I doing? There we go. Get the right light. Get the angle right. Everything's reversed and backwards. Roxy. Is she doing a little screech thing? No. Oh, did she lay an egg already? Roxy, what is that? Oh, you grabbed one of my pedal knobs. What? Give me that back. It's not your egg. I thought she laid an egg. This isn't there. Now she's screeching at me because I took it from her. Look at her. I know there's not a lot of time left in that song. Roxy. So she's nesting right now because she wants to lay another egg. She was really frantic about finding a spot, and I grabbed this cracker box and tossed her in there. Yeah, so yeah, and by the way, yeah, congratulations, I am a daddy again. So here's the Captor, you guys. Virgin unboxing. Oh, something fell out. There it is. Never taken it out of the box. There's the instructions, I guess. It's the quick start guide. Yeah, let's go ahead and pull it out. So Rob, this dude Rob that I know, he's gonna appreciate this stuff. Anyway, but nobody knows who he is. See what else is in here. Nothing else. And you know what? I'm gonna put that back in the box. What's in the box? It's that virgin plastic unwrapping, right? Oh yeah, look, we're gonna do that slow-mo. don't, 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 don't. Don't, 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 don't. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Sounds more like Detective TV Land show from the 70s music. There we go. Torpedo Captor. I got the 8 ohm version. That's typically, most of my amps, all of them run off 8 ohm. A couple of them are switchable. So this has basically the ground lift button right here. If you need to kill some hum from that. Then it has, looks like it's 0 to 180 degrees. I don't know what that is. I guess maybe I have to read about this. So with this button pushed in up here, I don't know if you can see that, it just says 0 out and 180, and then it has like a little degrees kind of round circly thing. Don't know what that means. It's not the ohms thing, is it? Can't be. And then you've got either guitar or bass that can go through this, and it's got a phase speaker simulation direct out. That must be the direct out right there, and then a, I guess, output level knob right there, and then the line out right there. TRS, so 10 tip ring sleeve, right? Everything is snugly on there, and it works off a 9 to 20 volt DC 5 milliamp or 48 volt phantom power. So I can run this off of a board with 48 volt phantom power, or off this, off a 9 or up to 24 volt DC. So, and it is negative ground, or whatever polarity is negative, like most pedals. That's good. So 100 watts, 8 ohm, low box, speaker simulator, direct out. And then on this side, you've got, a nice fan there. And then you've got the through speaker to, no, what is that? Okay, yeah. So tip and sleeve. So typical instrument style. Speaker out, you have a through and the attenuated at negative 20 decibels. So you can attenuate down negative 20. And then you have your 100 watt, basically your input right here. So that's your speaker in. So yeah, real nice device to have if you're going to run some heads, and if I want to run some of these into my Focusrite, and then use them through some IRs, right? And since I have this now, hey, Johnny Bean, thanks for joining. Dude, you always jump in right at the end. I appreciate that. So Hack's on after this, right? Is he already on? Anyway, yeah, this thing holds up to 128 IRs, you guys. So I can load up to 128 different speaker type cabinet types with this HX Stomp thing right here. That's amazing. So if I can stick this on the board, I mean, there's obviously I'm not going to be able to fit all that stuff onto the board, but I have all these fun pedals here to enjoy and stick into the board. I've also got an EQ pedal, which comes in real handy as either a boost or just a volume boost, or to change up your EQ. So yeah, there's too much fun to be had here. That's the only problem I have is time. And Roxy's out. Oh, Roxy came out just in time to say bye to everybody. So yeah, we're gonna say goodbye to everybody because it's already, looks like it's already 5 o'clock, right? Well, 4:59, so it's just about 5 o'clock. Thanks for joining, Johnny. Yeah, I was showing everybody I've got this pedal board I'm gonna put together, I'm gonna build, and I'm probably gonna do a video of it. And it's right around the corner, everybody. April. And Johnny Bean invited me or challenged me in a way. He didn't really challenge me because I don't think Johnny challenges people, but he kind of threw it up there. He's like, yeah, dude, just do it. Just do VEDA. So in August, I started doing more videos because of Johnny Bean, and he spurred me on. Thank you, Johnny Bean. Rock. I'm going to watch your show, too. And I always watch your show. If I can't watch the whole thing live, I listen to it, and then I'll watch it again, or I'll watch it later. But Roxy, come back. No, don't go back in the box. No. Come back out. We gotta say goodbye to everybody. Come here. Come here. Oh no, she's got stuff falling all over the place. Roxy, you're making a mess. So yeah, I'm gonna do this pedalboard build, dude. So yeah, man, you got me started on this stuff. I mean, Henning's really the true gas creator when it came to getting equipment and stuff. But you know, you've been more like the one, hey, get your stuff up online and start doing stuff. So yeah, I want to just say thanks for joining me again, you guys. There's what, 8 people and we're in here at least. 6 thumbs up. That's almost 100%. And thanks for joining. And hopefully I can get my what together when it comes to getting these videos set up on time. Hey, BC Rich, dude, right on. I'm just about to end, but thanks for joining before Hack's show. I think Hack's already on or starting his Hack music. Yeah, I'm gonna jump over there and finish my Henning Poly coffee. Metal. Oh. That's what that says. Anyway, yeah, thanks for jumping in, you guys, and hope I can put some content together via some videos. I haven't done any videos in a while. Really, the only ones I've been doing were the mom and pop shop, your mom and pop shop videos, right? And can't do that right now with the lockdown. But I've got plenty of time and lots of crap here to mess with, right? To hook up. So it'll be fun. I'm going to be doing some of that, including changing some strings and putting on some locking strap button pins and blah, 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 while I'm watching Hack. And hope you guys do the same. Rock on. Don't forget, secret to tone is in your mind, and the feel comes from your heart. You have to put them together to make music. Do some of that. Make some music. I need to get more into making music with all this stuff, right? And the Count's Phil Mosley. That's right. He's motivating me to get this stuff, not just to be a hoard of equipment that I mess around with, but to actually start putting some music together. He's been doing that, kind of changing up some stuff, and he's using the same DAW that I'm using. So I've got the artist, the Cubase artist DAW. I want to upgrade that also to the Pro version as well. But yeah, man, when I have this studio up and running, you guys are going to be blown away. There's a lot of cool equipment in here that, yeah, Jack the Rabbit, I got to get him to come over here too. And I want to set up a to-go rig as well, so I can go like, I can't stop talking to even take a sip. So typical. Yeah, I want to set up like a to-go, rig for recording out of a DAW with a laptop or whatever, so I can do some on the spot kind of thing. So yeah, I want to lay some tracks down. That's right, Wayne. I have a couple ideas for some fun songs, and I'll share this. I'll give the secret away. I think I was talking to Phil about it one time, but one song that I want to do that I think would really be fun, if I can get my sister and my brother Andrew in on it as well, because she can sing and play the drums, and Andrew can really rock on the guitar. It'd be fun to do as a family kind of thing. And I've got some other like friends that I could probably invite in on it. And I'd love to have Johnny Dean, dude. If I could get you to join in on this song. So the song premise is this. It's all about, like, I don't want to be a rock and roll star. I don't want to be a live on the road kind of musician, right? Because it's hard. It's a hard life. I want to be a bedroom rocker. So the chorus goes like that too. I want to be a bedroom rocker, and it's going to be a kind of like a little bit of a play on heavy metal and punk rock kind of style song. Not quite Twisted Sister totally, but very similar to that kind of 80s metal kind of punk sound, And it's all going to be about being a bedroom rocker instead of being a real rocker that's out on stage touring the world, because we're on lockdown anyway, so perfect time to be a bedroom rocker, right? It is a parakeet in my shirt. It's actually not a parakeet. It's a parrotlet. So Roxy. I almost caught her midstream. She wants to go back to her box. So this is a Pacific parrotlet. The closest relative to the Pacific parrotlet is the Amazonian giant parrot. So, in the animal kingdom, her closest relatives is that giant parrot, right? But she's a sweetie and she's amazing. But she's in egg-laying mode, so she wants to go back to her box. Okay, say goodbye to everyone. You want to go back in the box? And I'll show you guys. She's living in this box right now. That's where she's got her little egg laying setup in there. She's been laying eggs lately because she's happy. Yeah, beautiful coloration. Very cool up close. She's got a little blue and green, and we're thinking about getting a little man for her, but you know, we're gonna keep her the way she is on her own. I think they're happier that way, they say typically. So all right, Hack's already been on for 5-10 minutes. You guys jump over there, Hack Raid, Roxy Raid to Hack's channel, and I'll see you guys there. I'm gonna end the stream. Once again, reminding you, don't forget to hit that like button and all that stuff. You guys already know. Preaching to the choir here. See you guys at Hack and rock on. See you Sunday, 4 o'clock Sunday. And hopefully I'll put some other videos up between now and then. All right, later, you guys. Yeah, it's a recycling. It's a Triscuit cracker box. All right, see you guys. Thanks for joining me, man. It was fun. Take care.